Hello, I'm reviewing Captain America, the movie called Captain America Civil War. It's also a Avengers crossover movie as well. And as a Captain America movie, it's pretty decent. As an Avengers movie, it's pretty lame. Luckily, it's called Captain America. Called Captain America Civil War is in the title, not the Avengers Civil War. Because that would probably destroy all of our expectations. And they realized this movie wasn't that great. In hindsight. Because this was the first movie it did the unthinkable. It made the majority of the Avengers made them stiff prunes as much as Captain America himself. All of the Avengers now are stiff uptight of their ass jack, yes. Without a sense of humor in their body. But they do complain a lot to each other. And debate a lot to each other. And very rarely, occasionally, they'll work together. And cooperate as a functioning team. You know, just like the first two Avengers movies. Except in this one, they break up by the end. Disassemble, basically. It's basically doing a adaptation of Avengers. It's basically just disassembling the Avengers. To break up. And go to separate half of them. And half of them go behind, half of them get signed, work for the government now. The ones who still signed this paper. And for some reason, all of the Avengers really lame in the Civil War movie. With the exception of Captain America, played by Steve Rogers' Captain America, not Sam Wilson's Captain America, played by Chris Evans at this point in life, in the movie, so I did not really like this movie, because too many of the Avengers are lame. And the villain Baron Zemo, this version of Baron Zemo reimagining in the MCU is also kind of lame. And he doesn't even have a costume. Or a version of his costume, a reimagining of his costume from the comics. Or a made-up costume, even. And yes, he is the actual villain that wears a costume in the comics. He wears a purple mask. Covers his entire face, basically. Is what he wears. And it has a tiara over his mask. In some interpretations for it, that's the design with his. He always wears a purple mask that covers his entire face, but sometimes he puts a tiara over his mask. Yes, I know it's a crown, but tiara, crown is tomato. Same thing to me. Tomatoes and tomatoes are probably both red because they rhyme. I don't know what a tomato is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what I know what a tomato is this red, but I don't know what a tomato is. Or is that just a made-up word? I heard the expression, I don't know if that's a made-up word or not. Okay, so anyway, I know I'm getting confused. But the point is, I don't think the Captain America Civil War is a great movie. I think it's a mediocre, forgettable movie like Captain Marvel is. Or Avengers Endgame. Or Infinity War. Or the trilogy to Tom Holland's Spider-Man run. Before his fourth one comes out. And yes, fourth one isn't in development here. For Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4. Good God, it's not ending with his movies. And Not looking for. I don't really want to see it. I don't have hype for the first one. I don't really have any hype for the first installment that Tom Holland might be working on at this point. Haven't seen the trailer for it in promotional material. I don't like new Captain America movie. Captain America 4 with Sam Wilson's Captain America. I already saw the trailer for that the other day. It looked surprisingly not terrible. But it didn't look anything great like the first two Captain America movies. It looked more in line with Captain America 3 or Avengers Endgame or Captain Marvel. Something mediocre at best, but something I would love. Like the first, the first two Captain America movies was called Captain America First Avengers and Captain America the Winter Soldier are awesome films, I thought. Much better than Captain America Captain America Civil War. Both the first two Captain Americas were better films. Solid 10 out of 10. Third one's more of an 8 out of 10. Captain America 3 for me. Oh, Captain America Civil War. Gets an 8 out of 10. And that's why I give it an 8 out of 10. Captain America, the third one, with Steve Rogers as Captain America, played by Chris Evans in the role. In his final Captain America solo movie. So yeah, that's why I give Captain America Civil War a 8 out of 10. It's mediocre at best. Because the Avengers outside of Captain America, boring characters. Dumbed boring characters. Boring, dumb characters of themselves. And with not even it's not like, and the whole thing feels like a rush job, the movie. For the edit also feels like all over the place, the movie. There's I could tell you, I felt invested in the story, with the Avengers, what's going to happen to the Avengers, from all the Avengers' point of view, but that would be a fucking lie. Because I only understood what Captain America is doing, because it almost stays as a one point of view from Captain America's point of view the entire film. And it barely ever focused on the other Avengers members. Yes, I know it's called Captain America Civil War, but the premise does tell a story about the story about the Avengers splitting up, which is the most crucial part of the story. Which is kind of funny how this movie barely focused on any of the Avengers, except for Steve Rogers, Captain America. So, either this was supposed to be a longer movie, and it got really edited down, and it therefore needs to be a director's cut, or this movie just put the Avengers in it, and didn't think of how to make them relevant to the plot. With the exception of the Captain America's team, the Avengers. They put the whole team of the Avengers in here for some reason, and it feels like an afterthought just to make money off of people. And it doesn't feel like they have, outside sure, they're there to get the plot going, the delightful plot going, but they don't really do anything or get fleshed out at all. The main Avengers team members, outside of Captain America, Steve Rogers, Captain America, played by Chris Evans. And to me, that's kind of a problem, because we're supposed to feel bad for the fall of the Avengers, I guess. It's supposed to be ending, but I don't know. I couldn't tell if it was a happy or sad ending, or in between ending, or a happy ending, because it's so rushed, the movie. It feels like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 rushed of a mess. But more of a mess, because I'm just saying, when you have more main characters than to the plot, they don't get as fleshed out as the characters from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie starring Andrew Garfield, and couldn't make the characters as complex and as fleshed out as Amazing Spider-Man 2 starring Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man compared to Chris Evans' Captain America movie, the third installment could make the Avengers as likable, as complicated as the villain from The Amazing Spider-Man, like Electro, or Rhino, or Spider-Man himself, or the hero Spider-Man, or the other villain, Green Goblin, played by Harry Osborn in the sequel to The Amazing Spider-Man. Somehow, this feels like Captain America 3 feels like a bigger fucking mess than The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield. And I love The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but it's a mess. I give that a 10 out of 10. This I'm not really crazy about at all. The third Captain America movie, because so many of the characters are fucking lame. While the benefits of The Amazing Spider-Man 2's none of the characters were lame in that. They all stood out for better or for worse. While they became really complex, like the characters were mean to the internet, like the Rhino did. For The Amazing Spider-Man 2 did. That became mean. And a bit of a mistake because they never really used the Rhino in his Rhino suit. He doesn't get the Rhino suit until the ending final scene of the movie. And it cuts away from the Rhino battle. We never get to see the battle between Rhino and Peter at the end. And I was looking forward to that when I saw that movie in theaters. A little let down that I didn't saw that fight. And never will. Yeah, we're told in No Way Home about Andrew Garfield's fight with the Rhino, but we never ever saw it. We just got reference about how he fought the Rhino. We never got to see how it played out. We only got to saw the beginning, but never the encounter between him and Rhino, which would probably be fucking amazing, that fight. Paul Giamatti's Rhino in an exoskeleton costume, a Rhino exoskeleton costume, and Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Seeing that fight would have been awesome, I think. That's what I think. But we never got that because that movie got canceled, The Amazing Spider-Man 3, and never got made. Because the backlash to The Amazing Spider-Man 2 happened. And that's how we got Tom Holland, who made his debut in Civil War. And boy, let me get to him now. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is fucking bland. As Peter Parker, Spider-Man from the Tom Maguire Spider-Man movies from 2002. The Amazing Spider-Man movie from 2002, starring Tom Maguire, called the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. By Sam Raimi, directed. Is what I think of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. He's as forgettable and as bland as Spider-Man as Tobey Maguire was as Spider-Man. He's as bad as Tobey is, maybe worse. I don't know. His presence is very forgettable for me. He's more forgettable than Tobey, but I'm not sure if he's worse than Tobey when it comes to making Spider-Man fun or relatable. He fails both ends, like Tobey did. But he does succeed at making Spider-Man very whiny and annoying, because he's whining. From being whiny makes him annoying, whenever he whines. Is the kind of individual who's become, besides a stalker, a fanboy, to the Avengers. Who stalks Happy by sending multiple text messages. The same text messages, can I join the Avengers team? Or when's the next mission? Is what it is, that crap. So he's become an ass. So he has like, and that's the kind of asshole he is. Tom Holland Spider-Man is, and annoying prick he's become with Tom Holland's run. And while granted, his performance is not great in Avengers Civil War, the writing for Spider-Man is pretty decent. Even though his performance might not be anything great or memorable, actually it's quite forgettable. I feel like he's just doing a Maguire impersonation. That's my problem with his Spider-Man. Biggest problem with his Spider-Man. He doesn't feel like he's playing classic Spider-Man from the comics. He feels like he's playing Maguire's Spider-Man that's just trying to imitate Maguire. He's intentionally not making Spider-Man fun. And making him lame. Is how I feel like. Which is why I hate Tom Holland more than any other Spider-Man. In live action. That's including the one from the 70s. Live action show season. That came, that live action 70s Spider-Man show aired in America. Not the Japanese Spider-Man show, no, the other live action Spider-Man show from America from the 70s. I hate him more than that Spider-Man. That's how much I hate him. Tom Holland Spider-Man, period. And that's why I give Captain America the Civil War 8 out of 10, because I can't stand Tom Holland's Spider-Man in this movie, outside his great detail attention to the, finally getting the Spider-Man the expressive eyes from the comics. I love that, but in the suit, but I just can't stand his performance. He's not Spider. He should not wear that costume. Because he's not a convincing Spider-Man. I want to say that. He shouldn't wear a Spider-Man costume. Because he cannot make Spider-Man fucking fun. Or relatable. He fails at both, I think. He sucks in Civil War, and he sucks in his sequels more. His standalone outings suck more than the sequel to the Avengers movie that he's in. That comes out after this movie. Now, Endgame and Infinity War, he sucks in also. To me. That's my opinion. Why I give Captain America Civil War an 8 out of 10. And that's why I don't really like this movie that much. And I think the worst character in the movie is not Baron Zemo, but it's Peter Parker's Spider-Man. Because he is a fucking letdown in this movie. He's the biggest letdown of all the letdowns in this movie to me. I was expecting him to be one of the highlight forces of the movie. Well, one of the highlights of the movie. But no, he can't be the highlight of a movie. Because we can't have nice things with Spider-Man. We have to have shit. Or mediocre crap at best, and that's why the public will eat it up, and people will make money off of it. And like the hell out of this fucking horse shit of a train wreck of a movie. Because this movie made money. It got positive feedback for the time when it came out. For some reason, I don't know, because people are dumb. Because of trends. People like to follow trends, so that people are dumb. That's what I think. I'm Jake Allen Graham, and that's my review on Captain America Civil War, and I give it an 8 out of 10. Goodbye, and subscribe by hitting the bell, then hitting the subscribe button in that order. And hit the thumbs up to like my content, please. I recommend this movie, and share my videos with anybody you can think on that you want to share my videos to. For my that I upload to my only YouTube channel, titled after my name. That is acknowledged in the video. So that's my review on Captain America Civil War. On why I give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.